Madam Speaker, the Deputy President on the 15th of October 1999 at the Anti-Corruption Summit in Durban said that there is a need to continuously send a message to those who thrive on corruption that the government has the will to deal with them decisively. If some do not have to account for their actions because of who they are and how much support they have, or who happens to preside over a court case, is in that non-accountability support to the negative perceptions that politicians have bad moral behavior, which is what the moral regeneration that you are leading is supposed to be fighting?
The Honorable the Deputy President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Certainly I said this, and I'll say it again at any given moment for your information. But what is important is that if you are in a country that has a constitution and principles, we have got to follow them. You know that the Constitution says you have to be taken to court, investigation made, be taken to court, and in court, you must have a chance to respond to the allegations or charges put before you. The point I was making, responding to the question, which is quite relevant, quoting what I said, and I started by saying I will still repeat that today. But I said what is important is that we should all follow the same processes, and we should not do things in the other way. Because if people were corrupt, you have to take proper procedures and deal with them.
Madam Speaker, may I address the Deputy President? He might be aware of the remarks in the sentencing proceedings this afternoon in the Durban High Court by Mr. Justice Squires, who quoted with approval the dictum of the late Chief Justice Ismail Mohammed, who said that when a government condones corruption, it is in effect denying the human rights of its citizens. I wonder whether the Honourable Deputy President agrees with that, and if he does, in his capacity as the chairperson of the Moral Regeneration Movement, does he approve or disapprove of the channeling of public funds from a state-owned entity, Petro SA, through Mvume management to the ANC and leading ANC cabinet ministers apparently? If not, what steps are you going to take in your capacity as acting president and in your capacity as chairperson of the Moral Regeneration Movement to ensure that those monies, if indeed they were so transferred, are channeled back to the taxpayer since they were an illegal transfer, and indeed, if any cabinet colleague of yours has themselves been guilty of taking the proceeds indirectly or directly of Petro SA, will you be taking action in that regard? If so, what action? If not, why not?
The Honourable the Deputy President.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. With regard to the allegations, the Honourable Member knows that these allegations have been made, and I don't have the facts about the allegations. This government has been the first government in this country to wage a war against corruption. Never in the past was there any government that did that. And whenever there has been a discovery of corruption, it has acted. Where there has been investigation at whatever level, it has never interfered. It has allowed the due process of the law to continue. And therefore, rather than making general statements, if people have got facts about what has happened, done by the ministers or by organizations, they will certainly have to say, here is a case that must be followed. This government will be ready to do so.